Hey everybody, this is Jeff Grosse. Thank you for joining us today on this, another episode of the AppExchange Demo Jam.
Yeah, so the quick rule is 3-minute demos, no longer than that. They shouldn't be boring and they should really be epic. So let's go ahead and get started. So first up, we've got our partners and friends, Adobe from Adobe eSign Services. Adobe eSign Services is an e-signature solution built on the Salesforce.com platform that's fully integrated to help accelerate your sales and revenue throughout the entire process. Joining me from Adobe, we've got Jonathan on the line. Are you out there?
I'm here. Hello.
Hey, Jonathan. All right. So I want to see some Adobe awesomeness going on right now. So let me make sure that you've got presenter right, and your 3 minutes will start.
Okay. So let me start the timer for 3 minutes, and thank you for the introduction. So we all know something about electronic signatures, and they are sexy and make for a great demo and show, right? Of course, right. But what's not sexy is the configuration of integrations and setting up data merge, but let's change that perception. So today, I'm going to demo configuring merge mapping, pulling data from Salesforce into your agreements, and remove the need and the inherent risk of rekeying data. But Jonathan, we only have 3 minutes. Yeah, well, Adobe's integration to Salesforce being built natively in Salesforce allows all of this to be done through a nice user interface, no coding required. And that's the real advantage to the Adobe eSign app. So I've logged in. Let's go ahead and get started. I already have the integration installed, so we'll click on Merge Mapping, and I'll create a new one here for our SFDC Demo Jam, right? And all I have to do is select a link here. I have a Word document that we're going to be dealing with that has a name field and an amount field. So we'll grab the name from the document, and then I just select from a drop-down list the fields from Salesforce that I want to sync with. So recipient full name would be the first one, so recipient, and then full name. And it's that easy. We've just set up one mail merge, one data merge rather, and if I go in here, we also have an amount field. So I just click select, and from an easy-to-use drop-down list, I'm just going to grab that from the opportunity. So a different area in Salesforce that's linked to what I'm going to be dealing with. One from the reference contact, one from the opportunity. Here's the amount field. And I could really do this over and over, iterate ad nauseum, to create as many mail merge fields as I'd like in the document. And once I'm ready, I click Save. All right, and we still have over a minute left, so let's actually see this in action. Let's go to an opportunity, and I have a button set up here to kick off a signing ceremony. No coding required to associate the two. And it's going to generate the agreement, which means it's just processing where the mail merge and everything's coming from, and I'll click Send for Signature. Now, to save a little time for this demo jam, I've configured this Send for Signature to be a hosted signing experience. So I could be turning around my laptop right now, handing it to the person for a face-to-face experience, or if I'm on my iPad, I could be handing this over to the person for that emotional sale, right? Have them sign the contract. So it's merging the data in. This is the joy of a live demo. And here, under the To field, you can see Sarah Tran, that's our recipient contact information, the amount merged in. So in under 2 minutes, I've had all of that set up. Let's sign the document as we tick away at the last seconds here. And the last thing I've configured as part of this was a custom landing page for after signing, because it's really about your experience with your customer. You can mark it or use it for your sales advantage. I'm using it here to say thank you for watching our demo jam today.
Time's up, Jonathan. Thanks so much, very, very much. A couple of things that I love about this demo is that we call it a signing ceremony. Definitely an official process. Makes a lot of sense. Thanks so much for that. We're going to move on to questions at this time. So, audience, if there's anyone in the webinar that would like to ask any questions, please feel free to chat in your question, and we will certainly make sure we get that answered. And in the meantime, just a question for you, Jonathan, is where exactly can Adobe eSign Services be used inside of Salesforce?
So that's a great question. Since Adobe eSign is built natively on the Force.com platform and is now Lightning certified, it can be integrated anywhere in the Salesforce ecosystem, whether that's Sales, Service Cloud, Salesforce One Mobile, or even custom apps built in Salesforce.
That's great. Thanks a lot for joining us today. And with the first person up, you've definitely set the bar. Jeff has the next one.
All righty, sounds good. We are going to move on next to Cloudcraze.
Guys, two questions.
Oh, no.
Through.
Okay.
All
right, go for it.
Let's just ask one. So how would you merge data from a one-to-many relationship like opportunity records?
You know, it's a great question. You saw me pull data from a one-to-one relationship when it was opportunity to reference or opportunity to account. For one-to-many, we leverage our partners. So we partner with certain companies like Apttus and DrawLoop and similar who handle that sort of one-to-many or dynamic document creation and then hand off to us. Both the partners and ourselves being built natively in Salesforce allows it to integrate so seamlessly.
That's great. That's great. Do we want to take the second question real quick?
Sure. How do you replicate rows, for example, multiple product line items?
Oh, that's a wonderful question. So in our latest release, version 17, we actually have the ability to iterate across those sorts of items. So when you saw me open up the data merge field, there was actually a second section. Aside from just the one-to-one, there's also a section where I could iterate against, for example, product line items and load those into the document. So if you have 3 product line items or 7 product line items, it'll load them all in correctly.
Great. It's definitely a lot of functionality in there. I assume all that information is on your website in the documentation, right?
Correct, absolutely.
All right, cool. Over to you, Jeff.
Awesome, sounds good. Thank you, Adobe. So Cloudcraze, second one up today. Cloudcraze is an e-commerce solution that's built on Salesforce natively. It gives companies a cost-effective way to sell and for customers to find and buy products online. And today I've got 2 guests with me. Jason Neelig is the Cloudcraze solution engineer, and Phil Weinmeister, who is Cloudcraze product director as well as a fellow Salesforce MVP. They're going to bring you through a B2B e-commerce demo where a sportswear distributor called Go Sportswear is going to be working with a retail outlet called Main Street Sports. And it's time to start the clock and turn it over to you guys.
Thank you. This is a branded storefront for Go Sportswear. All of the products, content, and graphics you see, in here are served up natively from Salesforce to create this engaging shopping experience.
All right, so I'm the owner of Main Street Sports here, and I need to get those blue size 10 shoes that I ran out of and restock my shelves with those. I'm going to go ahead and look at all products. I'm going to filter down to blue and filter down to size 10. I have my Barricade 9 all-court shoes, size 10. That's what I want. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at those product details right here. Great. I see my custom pricing. So I'm not paying the list price. I'm paying the custom pricing that I've worked out with my sales rep from Go Sportswear. I need 5 of these shoes. I'm going to go ahead and add them to cart. From here, I'll click View Cart, see what's in my cart, and it'll take me about 1 minute to check out.
So I'm Jason, the sales rep for Go Sportswear that works with Phil Weinmeister. You can see here I'm logged in as Jason, and I recently got a notification that he just created a shopping cart. So I'm clicking on the Phil Weinmeister contact, and you can see his orders and his shopping carts are already in here. I can click inside the cart to find out what's Phil been shopping for. I can tell from the related lists and the product information that he's bought 5 size 10 shoes, and Phil's always running out of size 10s because he never orders enough because there's always more people with size 10s than size 12s or 13s. So as I prepare for next year's fall, spring assortment, I'm going to push a shopping cart to Phil to get him set up with the right order. From this information, you can see I have a graph here of all of the different products I have. I apply a curve to this. You notice that the size 9s and the size 10s have more than the size 6s and the size 13s. I'm going to call the Spring 2016 assortment. And I will add this to the cart. Now, why am I creating a shopping cart? It doesn't make sense. I'm an inside sales rep. But I'm a sales rep for Main Street Sports, and the contact I work with is Phil Weinmeister. So I can use Cloudcraze in the community to create this shopping experience for Phil, and I will send him the offer. And oh, by the way, Phil, we need you to buy right away, so I created you a $500 coupon.
Awesome. Again, I'm the owner of the Main Street Sports. Just got on with Jason. I'm going to go ahead and check out what he sent me here. I'm going to go to my account, pull up here, and let's see. There it is. There's the card he sent me. That's amazing. I didn't even have to create it myself. And all right, and then there it is. That's the custom pricing I have. Can't forget that coupon that he sent me. So let me go ahead and apply that coupon. That'll get applied here. And from here, perfect. I'm going to go ahead and check out, and I'll be done in no time.
So this is Jason again. I just want to make sure everyone understands what they just saw here. This is everything you saw is running native in Salesforce. There are no servers involved. For example, when you had the $500 off coupon, here's the coupon object running native inside Salesforce. So when you think of Salesforce and you think of e-commerce, think of them together.
There we go, right in under the wire. So guys, we want to open this up for questions and see if we've got some coming in from the web. But in the meantime, I'm going to ask you a question. And how does this work on mobile? Because everybody's shopping on their phone nowadays.
So we are responsive out of the box. Oops, I have to resize this to show that. We are responsive out of the box. I'll show you here. I'll resize, and you'll see that I can drag this across, and the screen will respond to the resizing. And you can run this on your phone. Well, let's stop jumping around on me.
Oh, cool. There you go.
You can run this on your phone or your tablet or any device you want.
And so many companies now are going to be selling online because this is what their customers want to do for ordering B2B. This is very cool. Do we have some questions coming in?
No questions yet. Oh, actually, yes.
There we go.
Is this built using Lightning Components or Visual Force Pages?
This is built with Visual Force Pages, but we are certified Lightning ready, and we are coming out with Lightning Components, and we have demoed some, for example, in the Avid Community Expo that you saw in Dreamforce. So we do have Lightning Components, and it's coming soon.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you very much, guys. Good demo. And I'm going to turn it over to Joshua.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks very much. So next, we're going to be joined by LinkedIn. And LinkedIn Sales Navigator is LinkedIn's sales platform, which leverages the entire LinkedIn network and allows sales professionals to focus on the right people and companies, stay informed on key changes on all your target accounts, and also build trust with your prospects and accounts. Today I'm joined by Rachel, who's the product consultant, and Melody, who is the marketing associate, and they're going to take you through Sales Navigator and show you how sales professionals can leverage the LinkedIn network for their day-to-day activity with inside of their everyday workday. Rachel, you're out there.
Hey, good to have you. Good to be here, guys.
Great.
So do we just get started right away?
Yeah, absolutely. Your 3 minutes starts now.
So, Melody, what do you want to talk about during our one-on-one today?
So I'm struggling with this one account. I haven't heard back from my contact in a month, and I'm not really sure what's going on with them.
Yeah, that's a pretty common problem. Have you been tracking this account on Sales Navigator?
Will it actually help me re-engage with my customer?
Of course. So Sales Navigator is a separate platform that rests on top of LinkedIn that was created specifically to help sales professionals be more efficient in their daily prospecting and relationship management. So for example, Lead Builder right here allows you to quickly find prospects and build lead lists using the most powerful search criteria. For example, I can select filters in function, seniority level, company size, or industry, and I can search for multiple keywords that look through entire LinkedIn profiles and pull them up in a Lead Builder list. You can use this to search for additional contacts within your own account or use it to search for multiple accounts at once.
Wow, that's great. How else can I use it to find additional contacts?
Well, let's look actually at your account in Salesforce.
I didn't know we can access Sales Navigator through Salesforce too.
Yeah, it's actually pretty awesome. So through our group contract, we actually can get a lot of functionality of Sales Navigator directly in Salesforce. So here you can see when I pull up, there's a widget that is directly built into your Salesforce, and I can go and look at people. So if I'm pulling up your account, I can use lead recommendations shown here to help identify additional decision makers needed for the buying decision. You can also look at how you're connected within that company to find the best person to give you an introduction. And last but not least is Team Link, which leverages your company's network to uncover the best ways to get introduced. It actually surfaces which colleagues can help you connect you with your leads. You can save any of these individuals directly through your Salesforce, which is going to start prompting key updates on the saved leads and accounts onto your Sales Navigator homepage. So Melody, I think the best thing for you to do actually is to start saving additional leads in Salesforce or Sales Navigator for that account that you lost the contact with and start looking at these valuable insights as trigger events as when to reach out. Once I start saving these leads, your homepage now becomes a live stream of insights about customers, prospects, industry leaders, and competitors. You can filter by your account. You can also filter by different types of updates. So Sales Navigator updates and provides potential leads for you to save. It provides any news that's happening within your leads. Anytime your leads are sharing on the LinkedIn network, when your companies are mentioned in the news, and also when your accounts are sharing on LinkedIn. This is the best way for you to start re-engaging with your customers and also to start finding additional decision makers that you did not know about.
Time's up.
Great.
All right, thanks a lot, Rachel. Really appreciate that. So it looks like this application are mainly outside of Salesforce, looking at Sales Navigator. So it's a web application that you log on to, but it's very comprehensive in terms of all of the different facets and data points that you show about the people. And I think that that's a way definitely to start engaging your leads and prospects. So again, we want to open this up for questions. So if you have any questions, please go ahead and chat them in. And there's one that's out here right now. It's how do we learn more about LinkedIn Sales Navigator? Is there a trial available?
Yes, there's a free trial for individuals. You can find that on linkedin.com/sales. That's for the individual account. Some of the features I showed today are available only through the group contract, which actually part of it is the Salesforce integration. But there is a free trial available if you want to use it for the other features, such as the lead builder and all the different updates you can get on your prospects and leads.
Great. That's great information for the audience on the line today. Thanks so much for joining us, Rachel. It looks like Sales Navigator is definitely something, a tool that could be useful to anyone who's prospecting as well as engaging with existing clients.
Great. Thank you.
Awesome. Over to you, Jeff.
All right. So the next app today is one that I hear about all the time. I work in consulting, and everybody talks about their quote-to-cash process, and that's where Steelbrick comes in. Steelbrick provides next-generation quote-to-cash apps, and they are fast and easy to deploy. And actually, what's really cool about this, it's built 100% on the Salesforce platform, and it is Salesforce One mobile ready. Tyler Kalman is the sales engineer at Steelbrick, and he is going to walk us through, now this is actually a big deal, he's going to walk us through the entire quote-to-cash process in 3 minutes. Can you do it, Tyler?
I can do it.
All right. Well, it is time to turn it over to you, sir.
All right, can everyone see my screen?
Sure can.
Great. So, yeah, Steelbrick is CPQ, which is Configure Price Quote. It's going to allow reps to easily and accurately build professional sales quotes and accelerate the sales cycle. As you said, we're 100% native, so I'm just going to jump in and build a new quote from my opportunity here. I'm just putting in basic information to get started. And now I will be presented with guided selling. Steelbrick can use information from all around Salesforce. So here we've pulled in the number of employees from this account to accurately suggest products. So now that I've selected my product, I have a bit more configuration to do. Steelbrick can display only relevant options. You'll see when I select this, I'm now presented with a reporting tools product. Steelbrick also ensures that we are cross-selling and upselling, such as training and services, to ensure that we're always getting the most revenue on our quotes. Now that my product's configured, we're going to go into the pricing piece here. And we can see that if I try to put in a discount that's too high, Steelbrick will notify us and channel this quote through our manager for approval. Returning to my quote now, we will see that our financial metrics have been filled out accurately. So our manager has great visibility into what's going on in this deal. We also could see the risk level of this deal when we start to negotiate the commercial aspect. At this point, we could generate a proposal. Steelbrick will present us with different templates that are available, as well as collateral that we could attach to the end of our quote. So here you will see that we now have a proposal that's been generated, complete with a cover letter, a cover page, excuse me, a cover letter. Here's those items that we're selling, and terms and conditions that are being put in as well. Returning to my opportunity, once our customer accepts that, we can close win the opportunity. And once we close win, Steelbrick is automatically going to generate assets and subscriptions back on our account, so we have great visibility into what our customer has purchased, as well as generate a contract that's going to govern those subscriptions. And we could also have the system automatically generate a renewal opportunity for us to close at the end of this contract.
Right under the wire, sir. Tyler, what I like about this is anytime I can see Salesforce data coming alive in a new way, because we're so used to seeing the Salesforce interface, and when you can create that quote, it comes out looking totally customized to your company. That is awesome stuff. And the fact that it's all 100% native on Salesforce, that's the other really cool thing, is when I see other apps out there and the way people develop them on the Salesforce platform, but it just doesn't look like Salesforce. Nothing against the Salesforce look and feel, but I just really like that. So you guys did some cool stuff with that.
Yeah, thank you. It's very powerful when we could make it look like Salesforce. It was hard to tell when I was in a Steelbrick object and a Salesforce object.
Exactly. Well, great. Let's go ahead and see if we've got a question from the audience here on Steelbrick. All right. So actually, one of the
We do have a question.
Oh, there we go.
Can you put customer logos in the quote?
Yes, we can. We use just standard merge fields, and so as long as that logo is in Salesforce, we can pull it in as well.
Awesome deal. Well, Tyler, people can go out to the AppExchange and learn more about Steelbrick. I appreciate you guys being here today, and thank you for doing your demo.
Thank you so much for the time. Appreciate it.
All right. Turning it back over to Joshua Hoskins.
Thanks, Jeff. Okay, next up we've got Exactly. Exactly is the leader in incentive compensation and performance management. They enable companies of all sizes, including Salesforce.com, to incent their employees and align their behaviors with company goals. With Exactly, you can quickly and seamlessly calculate and display commission results. Joining us today, we have Andy on the line, and we also have
We have Mark.
And we have Mark.
So
all right.
I think
hold on. Yep. I was going to say we were going to be going to. I was going to say we got a Taz group is going to be next actually.
My bad.
I know, Joshua.
All right.
Do this thing live.
All right.
You know what? It'd be really funny if the Taz group tried to do Exactly's demo.
I know. So here's the deal. We're gonna take Exactly next after this, but let's go with Taz group first. And Joshua,
try again.
Tell them who Taz group is.
All right. Taz Group is a global leader in smart sales transformation, providing tools and for cloud and mobile devices to help companies maximize revenue and key accounts. Today I'm joined by Mark. Are you out there?
I am.
All right. Sorry about that, Mark, but this is your show, and we're over to you for your 3 minutes.
Awesome. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so I'm going to show you how I and our customers use some of our Smart Dealmaker application to, in this case, in this example, accelerate their deal, improve position in the deal with the people in the organization, and set the right strategy to win. So I'm doing this both pre and then post meeting. So I'm preparing for my Ancaster engineering meeting. And the first thing I want to do is go into my sales process and see where I am in the deal and what are the things I need to achieve in that meeting to make sure that I advance the deal. So I can quickly see that I'm 18% of the way through the sales cycle. I can see that this deal is projecting to close in February. I need this deal to come in January 31 in my quarter. So what are the couple things that I need to achieve in this meeting? So I can clearly see here in the sales process 2 things to advance the deal. I need to find out if they have a compelling event. Is there a projected start date for the project? And also need to understand if they have access to funds. Okay, good. I've got that. So let me take a look at the people, right? So I know most of the people that are going to be in this meeting, but I'm particularly focused on one individual. Right, so I'm particularly focused on Clara Wilson. I'm focused on her for two reasons. Number one, she influences the CEO, Charles Underwood, and right now we're not in good standing with Charles, and we're not in terrific standing with Clara either. So in this meeting, I need to provide some key insights that moves her from a neutral view of us to a supporter. So with that, let me go into our insight map and grab some quick insights. So I was lucky enough to have a sponsor to help me build out this insight map, and this essentially tells me about Ancaster's business, what's going on in their business. So I can quickly see here some of the goals that Ancaster has set forth for the coming year. I can see some of the pressures, what's impacting their business, and as a response to the pressures, I can see two key initiatives. I know in this meeting we're going to be talking about account planning, so let me just click on our solution and I can go directly into our Smart Sales Kit and just grab some quick insights before I head out the door to my appointment. Okay, good. Let me just take a little look. Okay, good. I've got this. Now I'll be back to you after our meeting to update Dealmaker. Okay, well that was quick, and it was a pretty positive meeting. So let me just go in and update Dealmaker and see what Dealmaker tells me I need to do next. So I was, as I said earlier, I was supposed to find out whether there was a compelling event and whether they had access to funds. So I achieved some of that. So I did achieve the fact that they have a compelling event. I know they have to act by January 1, but I'm not sure about funding yet. I'll find out more in my next meeting. So let's see what I need to do next to advance the deal. So I need to think about the competitive strategy. Great. So let's go into the competitive strategy module. And Dealmaker is going to tell me the competitive strategy that I should deploy based on some key attributes. So let me just use the Smart module.
Sorry about that, Mark. Just didn't have enough time. But you know what? I think you still showed some great things about your application here. It's definitely very comprehensive, and it's basically an account planning tool that allows you to manage all facets about collecting the value and providing you a interface to make decisions around how you manage and how you target that account moving forward. Is that about right?
Exactly right.
Cool. I'd like to open it up for questions right now to see if you have any questions from the audience. Once again, if you have any questions for Taz Group, go ahead and chat your question in. You can also contact us via Twitter using the hashtag #AppDemoJam. There is one question that we have for you, Mark. And that question is, does the application actually tell me what I need to do to mitigate risk?
It does. So there's a Smart Coach Me tab that is in real time looking at all aspects of the deal. So it's looking at where I am in the sales process. It's looking at my status in the political map. And it's serving up some smart coaching tips here. And you can just see some of them here. It talks about specific coverage, that I'm not accessing the CEO, and so on. So it's in real time providing up this smart coaching capability.
Wow. That is a salesperson's dream. They have to even do less work to close the deal. How about that? All right. So definitely we can find your app on the AppExchange if you want more information about the Taz Group and this amazing application that they have available on the AppExchange. Thanks a lot for joining us, Mark. And we're going to head over to the next presenter, and that's going to be presented by Jeff.
Yeah. And you know what? If this sounds familiar when I start talking about exactly, it's because you've heard about them before. But you know what the thing is?
I wonder from who.
I wonder. It's been very recent, actually. But you know what? Here's the thing. It's something that's close and dear to all of us, and that's compensation and performance management. And that's exactly what Exactly is all about. They are enabling compensation on of companies of any size using Salesforce to be able to incent their employees and get the right behavior to match up with company goals. With Exactly, you can quickly and seamlessly calculate and display commission results. And today we got Andy Drogo, who has a very cool job. We really like people who are into user experience and design. He's part of the product team there, and he's been doing this for a long time in this space, for over a decade. And Andy, we are looking forward to seeing what you have designed using Exactly. Over to you, sir.
Great. And thank you, and I'm looking forward to showing it. So today we're going to talk about money. You know, your sales reps love it, your CFO, he probably wants to save more of it. And you guys out there, you're probably trying to figure out how to properly spend it. And that's exactly, we can help you with this.
Hey,
we can
Andy?
make sure that, yes.
Can't see your screen, buddy.
Yep, I'm about to launch. So I wasn't actually showing anything yet. So let's go ahead and kick it off. And where I want to start is on the opportunity object, right? So if you're a sales rep and you're working an opportunity, you're probably familiar with this layout. One of the key problems you have with this, though, is there's nothing on this opportunity page here to drive your performance. You have no idea how close to goal you are. You have no idea how much money you could make. You're pretty much at a loss. And so all of that money you're spending in sales compensation and bonuses is thrown out the window as you're not driving that behavior. Well, the good news is, once you get exactly up and running, your admin at your company can take 10 seconds, drag and drop the exactly estimator widget right on the page, and now your sales rep, while they're working the deal, can see exactly how much money they would make, how close they are to their goals, and what kind of bonuses they would get paid out. And if you've already seen that before, that's because Mark Benioff and Parker Harris actually showed that little demo right there at Dreamforce. And so the power of this is I can rework my opportunity, I can add different products, and I can recalculate in real time to see how much money I can make. Beyond just the commission estimator, we also have dashboards that can be set up directly within Salesforce. And so as a sales manager, as a sales leader, I can have all of this rich compensation data directly in Salesforce. So for example, I can see things like the amount of payments that my reps are being paid by month. I can see quota trends over time. I can see payout analysis by various components and so on. And beyond just that, we have all of the rich details behind that. So your sales reps who, again, are very detail oriented when it comes to their paycheck will be able to see right within Salesforce exactly how much they got paid on every single deal they close. So for example, here, I got a 4% rate at 45% quota attainment for a payout of $200 on this particular deal. Again, all of that data is directly within Salesforce. And that is how you inspire performance using it exactly integrated into Salesforce. Thank you.
Nice job, and you came in under time. So here is one, as we've got questions coming in, we're going to ask the audience to send them in. Here's one of the questions I got for you, though, Andy. So when we think about compensation management and incentives and that, it initially sounds like, well, you know what, that sounds like a great idea, but it's probably expensive. When is the right time to consider incentive management in Salesforce? Because I think, you know, the answer is that, you know, you're probably going to see a movement in the kind of sales that you can complete if you're incenting people properly. But that, I'm sure that's something you guys run into all the time, is people saying, when is the right time for me to do this?
Yeah, that's precisely right. And one of the things that we see is that closer you can align a rollout of a solution like ours with the rollout of CRM in general, you know, your Salesforce rollout, the better. And the reason for that is it gets your sales reps into the tool, into Salesforce, using it more. That commission estimator I showed you, that's going to make sure they're filling out all the details on their opportunity. It's going to drive up user adoption of CRM and ultimately of our solution, which is a win-win all the way around.
I was going to say, when you start seeing that number come up, that's a good thing, and yes, that is very motivating. So, have we got a question coming in from the worldwide?
Absolutely, we do. The one question that we have is, does this use the standard Salesforce.com dashboard functionality or Sales Wave?
Great question. So we actually could use both. The one I just demoed was a standard dashboard functionality. We also have plugins to the analytics cloud, which is Wave. And we have our own set of Exactly dashboards as well. So we're very democratic in terms of how you can see your data with Exactly.
All right. Well done, Andy. Thank you for that demo today. People can obviously go out to the AppExchange, look for Exactly. I've seen you guys at Dreamforce many a time with smart cars and all kinds of other things that draw people into your booth. So thank you for being here today. We're going to move into the next phase, which is getting ready for our voting. What we want to do here today is, guys, you've seen 6 great apps from demo people who are kind of under different pressure, that usually during sales presentations you got more than 3 minutes. but they've done the near impossible and given us demos in 3 minutes or less. And I'm going to turn it over to Amanda to tell us how we can vote.
All right. Well, we just posted the link in the chat. The link is bit.ly/December Demo Jam, the DEC Demo Jam. You can see it right there in the chat. So bit.ly/DEC Demo Jam. So go ahead and vote now. And while the votes are coming in, I'd love to hear what you guys. Yesterday we had a great day. Yesterday we had the world tour here in New York City.
The Big Apple.
Yeah.
You know, I'd love to. What did you guys think of the event? What were some of your favorite highlights?
So first off, this was actually a very cool thing. So getting to have Amanda in the same room with us, and we get to see her there. We did actually a live demo jam yesterday from Javits Center, and then having Joshua come over here from Ireland. And heck, I'm not even from New York. I'm from Minneapolis. So the fact that the three of us got together here was actually very cool, but that has nothing to do with the Salesforce side of it. Going to the keynote was actually a very good thing. Seeing more of the customer stories, because all of us can kind of relate to some of the success that we see people experiencing out there, and I saw a couple of my customers up there. I enjoyed that, as well as, by the way, I appreciate the fact that Salesforce has been appreciating the community out there, and there's a huge community aspect to the whole Expo Center.
Absolutely. One of the things that I most look forward to when I come to any Salesforce World Tour is just really the fellowship with other community members. So there are some folks that I really haven't seen in years or even months or since last Dreamforce. And so it's really an opportunity for me to connect with others, learn what they're doing, see what's exciting to them, and also sort of collaborate on the newer features that are available on the platform. I mean, the time that you get with some of the folks that actually work for Salesforce, a call out to Pat Patterson. Every time I see this guy at a conference that I go to, I actually sit down with him and actually learn some concepts around code and how to fix some issues that I'm having within my own organization, cool ways to solve problems. So it's not only fellowship with other active community members, but it's also getting to meet the product managers or the developer evangelists and having conversations with them about the newer things on the roadmap, or especially about some of the existing functionality that's out there that we can use to solve some of our everyday problems. So that was one highlight for me. The second highlight is just all around having the in real life demo jam. So we're here in the room joined by Cloudcraze, and we had them on stage yesterday, and just experiencing that in real life in person and having an audience that we can actually speak to and engage with is certainly awesome. You know, we actually invite everyone who's on today's call to definitely get involved in the community, know when the World Tour is coming near you, and get a chance to, you know, drive, fly, take a train, and participate in that type of activity that's sponsored by Salesforce. During these events, there's another event I went to last night, which is a bowling event at a bowling alley for the Salesforce Dev Meetup in New York, and that was just an awesome experience. I got to, you know, meet with a lot of the dev community, not necessarily the admin community, but the dev community in Salesforce. And that was just a real cool experience, because these are the folks that are doing what I'm doing, but, you know, definitely in another regional area. And with drinks, you know, challenges get solved a lot faster.
Well, either that or the bowling gets worse. I'm not sure. Hey, guess who I ran into, Joshua?
Who'd you run into?
Jeff Douglas.
Oh, wow.
And the myth, the legend, the legendary Jeff Douglas, who now works for Salesforce. He, what was great seeing him there is he was in the Trailhead section. He was helping people out. So it's great because Salesforce wants people to learn more about Salesforce, and by having Trailhead there, they have a whole bunch of computers set up. You can go and start your journey talking about, you know, learning how Trailhead works. Get your first two badges in there, and then you get to go and pick up Astro, the little stuffed, what the heck is, somebody told me he's a squirrel, but he has a striped tail, which really kind of means, I think, more of a raccoon.
There you go.
But his face is just
not nice.
I'm not going to say anything right now for fear of offending some of the Salesforce folks, but hey, Astro is cool. That's all I can say.
I mean, that's another thing too. Just the sheer experience that Trailhead has brought to the Salesforce community is just amazing. When you go to any type of Salesforce show, you've got the picnic tables to the Astro turf.
And
you've got definitely a feeling there. So, you know, kudos to, and we got to really hear the backstory as well you know, about Josh Burke and his idea with Trailhead. So it's fun seeing everyone and being able to take a look at that. So I've just been passed a note here. It looks like the results are in.
All right, so should we
do a drum roll? All right,
Joshua, go for it.
The winner of today's Demo Jam, November 19th, 2000, what year are we in? 15? 15?
Yeah.
We're in 15. All right, just checking. Is Paz Group. So congratulations to Paz Group. All right, Paz Group, are you out there?
I am. That is great news. Thank you, everyone.
Awesome. You know, it was really interesting seeing your whole entire presentation end to end, and you know the amount of data that it brings at a user's fingertips to make these decisions. It's just really something that's going to bring any deal forward and absolutely have some type of large contribution to the revenue in any deal itself. So with that, do you have a desktop to share today?
I actually do. Yes.
Ooh. All right, so a little bit of a ready for the reveal here. We're going to do a switching over.
Yeah, so just to give you guys an idea of this portion of the Demo Jam is for the winner, we actually allow them to share their screen to create some type of experience or offer, you know, and to give you details on how to best leverage their product or find them out. So over to you. Let's see what you got.
So, well, my marketing team just sent this to me, so if you don't like it, you can blame them. But just last week,
blame the marketer.
We just launched our Sales Performance Manager solution last week. So if you like what you saw today, you know, go to this URL and take a look. It will blow your mind. So new stuff, beautifully displayed, executive dashboards on performance management. So.
All right,
that's it.
Congratulations, because you got the bragging rights now, and we want to make sure. Actually, we got some closing announcements here. We got those, Amanda?
Yes, thank you. I just wanted to hold on one second. So I just want to thank everybody for coming today. This will be This is recorded, so it will be on YouTube as early as tomorrow. And we have another Demo Jam coming up every third Thursday. So December 17th is our next one. We've got 5 great apps demoing live. So make sure you go to bit.ly/demojam with capital D, capital J, to check it out. And because you registered today, you will get the notification that you can join us next month. So thank you again. Congratulations to Task Group, and congratulations to everybody who participated today. It was a great one.
Yeah. It was a great job, everyone.
Thank you, and have a great day. Look forward to having you join us next time.
Thank you.